We're not talking about Ebola going airborne. We're talking about measles. It has not killed a single American in the last 10 years. And the fact that the media are using this to smear Rand Paul, who merely asserted that government agents shouldn't have the power to forcibly inject you at gunpoint, just illustrates how desperate they are to demonize any anti-establishment candidate in the run-up to 2016. I'm Paul Joseph Watson reporting for INFOWARS.com.
Are you telling parents you should get your kids vaccinated?
You should get your kids vaccinated.
The knowledge of the ancients, tried and true, trusted herbs and extracts fused with the latest nutraceutical science. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. For the last 2 years, our team has been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to develop the ultimate nutraceutical formulation. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. For a limited time, get 25% off on this introductory offer. Visit ancientdefense.com or call 888-253-3139. ancientdefense.com. Every year we make resolutions to lose weight and get in shape. And the truth is, it's hard, even with diet and exercise, because of toxic food in our environment that is stressing our bodies more than ever before. Working with experts in nutrition and biochemistry, I found that super high-quality nutraceuticals, in addition to my diet and exercise, were the answers that synergistically worked. I could see the drastic changes every day with the amount of weight I've lost, my increased stamina, and more of a twinkle in my eye. That's why we are now so excited to launch the INFOWARS Life Resolution Pack, combining 3 essential formulations: oxygen-based cleanser Oxy Powder, the Secret 12 bioavailable vitamin B12, and your choice of super female or super male vitality. Now all available at a discounted price to you and your family to bring in the new year and make 2015 a true success. That's InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. 2015 is the year to do it, and it all starts at InfoWarsLife.com.
Well, it is no secret that Obama has opened up the floodgates for illegal immigrants. We reported yesterday about the shadow amnesty program that was basically a de facto amnesty enacted way back in 2009, granting work permits to millions of unqualified illegals. So why is this happening? Now, obviously, flooding the country with competition is not only going to really impact U.S. workers, it's going to create competition for jobs, but it's also going to drive down wages. Why would they do that? Well, we've reported on this plenty of times. It's the Cloward-Piven strategy. Look it up. It's all about precipitating crisis to create a welfare state, also known as a slave state. Well, now a witness at a House Judiciary Committee hearing on immigration enforcement is arguing that there is an effort to facilitate immigration as a means to suppress wages. This is Temple University law professor Jan Ting, and he told the committee, good luck with raising the minimum wage to $15 per hour for fast food workers, because the president has already announced he's going to add 5 million illegal immigrants to the legal workforce in 2015, and every employer knows that. So Obama is basically telling the constituents, telling the citizenry, oh yes, I'm gonna get that minimum wage raised for you. I'm going to do that. At the same time, he is flooding the country with illegal immigrants, giving them work visas. So what do you think? Your employers are going to give you someone who has been protesting all day and demands to be paid $15 an hour so you can survive? Or do you think they're going to hold out for these people who are willing to work for less. So of course, first you're going to have to worry about the illegal immigrants, but then you're going to have to worry about the robots taking over your job. So this is a scandal. I mean, this is a national scandal. And the fact that nobody is talking about this, the fact that nobody knows what they're going to do with all of the millions of Americans who are going to be out of work, and not to mention the millions of illegal immigrants or legal undocumented workers that are also going to be out of work in a few years. This is a scandal. It's being ignored. No one is talking about it. But they're all basically saying, let's just bury our heads in the sand and lie about the data. Let's just fib the charts a little bit and make it fit what we need to say. So let's go ahead and debunk this 5.6% unemployment. Now, right now, we're hearing a lot of celebration going on. The media, the White House, Wall Street, they're all just patting themselves on the back for this 5.6% rate, saying unemployment is down. Now, we already know that the 5.6% rate does not include people who have given up looking for work. If you or your family member or someone has just given up in the last 4 weeks looking for a job, even though you're very much unemployed, you are not considered a part of that 5.6%. So we already know that. According to this, right now, as many as 30 million Americans are out of work or severely underemployed. But here is what they're not telling you about that number. If you perform a minimum of 1 hour of work in a week and you are paid at least $20, you are not officially counted as unemployed. So even if you just go and do something for 1 hour a week and you made $20 that week, you're not counted on that list of people who are unemployed. That's how they're getting that 5.6%. But they also say those people who are working a part-time job, who would love to be working full-time, but are only working part-time, about 10 hours a week. Those people are probably really happy that they have those jobs, but that's considered severely underemployed. The government does not count you in the 5.6%. So it is a complete lie that's being repeated and being used to give themselves a pat on the back by the White House and Wall Street, but it doesn't remotely reflect reality. Now, there really is no need to worry about creating jobs because the government is just going to start regulating jobs that don't even exist, literal dream jobs. The FAA is saying that they're going to be regulating business on the moon. And this is all in an effort by the United States government to encourage commercial development of the moon. Now, this is according to documents that were obtained by Reuters. The U.S. companies can stake claims to lunar territory through an existing licensing process for space launches. The agency intends to leverage the FAA's existing launch licensing authority to encourage private sector investment in space systems. It'll ensure that commercial activities can be conducted on a non-interference basis, meaning you don't really own that part of the moon, but someone can't land on you and start doing business right where you set up shop. So basically, we're talking about space habitats, space tourism, any areas that they might want to tap for mining or exploration. And the companies are saying that they want to be able to take possession and own whatever they bring back from the moon. If they were able to go there and get it, they want to be able to own it, have possession of it, and sell it if they want. People want to sell moon rocks. But come on, I mean, we haven't even figured out how to clean our own air, our own water, how to use a renewable energy source that isn't going to kill us all eventually if someone accidentally springs a leak in a nuclear facility. What the heck are we doing up on the moon? Do we deserve to go to the moon to destroy the moon as well? And can you imagine people who litter now in this beautiful world going up to space? And they'll just have big gulps floating around in space from all of these people who... But here I am overthinking this whole thing. And according to the mainstream media, why should I care about this jobs crisis? Why should I care about people going to the moon and wrecking shop up in outer space, worrying about the damage that humans will most likely bring there? According to Fox News host Greg Gutfeld, my questioning of these possible outcomes is, I'm a truther, because I dare question, dare do a little bit of critical thinking. Now, this is Gutfeld. He had some conspiracy theories of his own about the Super Bowl. He said the Seahawks' loss had to be deliberate, a move orchestrated by none other than Pete Carroll, a 9/11 truther.
Okay, when you see a play that was so deliberately self-destructive, the only thing you could conclude is that it was an inside job. And after all, the coach, Coach Pete Carroll, is a 9/11 truther. He believes the government had something to do with what happened, that it ended up in the deaths of almost 3,000 people. So I believe that this is an inside job. But now I have to wonder, why did Pete Carroll throw the game? And it's in order to lose his job so he can go work for Alex Jones.
Gutfeld went on to say that what Carroll did was thought himself right out of the right call. He said there was an expected and obvious play that he had to make, and he chose the more complicated one, which is exactly what a truther does. Gutfeld said, a truther sees the obvious before he sees the planes hitting the building, but he chose the more complicated idea because it appeared edgier and daring, and it would appear daring and brave if you were actually right. Goes on to say that the truthers were wrong, so that they're fools. Really, he should have thought long and hard about that sweater set combo that he wore for the show. But here he's basically trying to demonize anyone who would dare seek the truth. Now, Carroll made headlines in early 2013 after he allegedly asked a retired four-star general several questions regarding the inconsistencies in the federal government's account of the September 11th attacks. Now, he was asked about this, several days before the Super Bowl, and Carroll stated that he would always be interested in the truth. I mean, is there something so wrong with that? When did it become, wrong to seek the truth? How did they completely alter the meaning of the word truth so that truther is a bad word? We do not call investigative journalists or private investigators. We don't call private investigators conspiracy theorists. It is their job to see beyond the veil, to see beyond the official story or whatever a potential suspect might be telling them actually happened. They have to see beyond all of that and get to the truth. But we don't label them conspiracy theorists. No, we label them private detectives or investigative journalists. Now we don't have investigative journalists. We have mainstream media minions who parrot whatever the top down tells them to say. They're total state-run media, state-run mandated. Those are the words that come out of their mouth. That's what we're calling journalism today. That's what we're calling a free and open press. But this is what you have to look at. Whenever anyone gets together saying the same thing, we know that there's a huge effort to cover it up. They had record number of viewers for the Super Bowl this year. Everyone's talking about that bad call. And so, of course, people are going to be talking about Pete Carroll and his views on 9/11. So they immediately had to squash that story. They had to squash anyone wanting to even talk about the official story and questioning it. And along with that, they want to shame anyone for daring to seek the truth, shame anyone who dares question the official narrative that's passed on by the state. But we're not going to be shamed, and we know you, as our faithful info warriors, are not going to be shamed either. We don't really care about that. That's what we're here to do, is get to the bottom of things and get to the truth. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please become a subscriber to the Alex Jones channel. We want to see our subscribers go up. It makes the mainstream media so mad when you go to their YouTube channels and they've got like 3,000 subscribers, and our videos get millions of views because you guys are sharing them on Facebook and sharing them on social media and just putting it out there. They really hate to see when our videos get more views than theirs. We have more viewers. There are more people that want the truth, and that's why the mainstream media, the dinosaur media, is dying out. So thank you guys, and we will see you here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central.
In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries in the area of health. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. DNA Force is one of the most expensive formulas to produce. Some of the ingredients in DNA Force are $12,000 a kilogram. We are using the coveted, patented, only American source of PQQ, CoQ10, and more. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value